Account-to-account payments are just the simplest form of making a payment from one party to the other, or in cash. Actually simpler nowadays because it is easier than doing it than cash. So the bank account, you could say, is the heart of all your financial transactions. Until that changes, that is where you store most of your value that is liquid and usable on a daily basis. And so why can't you use it to pay from it? We always just saw it. We had an approach from a very business-oriented world where we were in an industry where we could only deal with account to account, and we just saw that it was really restrictive due to the technology available at the time. When real-time payments started happening and we saw the applicability of it, not only for that business-to-business invoice or payroll type of transaction, but because of the real-time nature of it and the digital native way it was being delivered, it's like, why wouldn't you utilize this across the board? The unit economics are better, the security is better, and the customer has so much more control over it. So it just really does become a simpler option that is just as effective, if not more effective, and a lower cost. That's why we're excited about it. Yeah, so to initiate an account-to-account payment, let's talk about an NPP payout today or a Pay ID payment today. The customer has to go log into their online banking to execute that payment. There has to be a validation process of which the banks have some of the highest level of security in the world to allow you to get through and make payment. You're talking 2FA, biometrics, passwords, asking you if you're sure you want to make this payment, checking the bank account you're making it to against their database of bank accounts, and it is really impressive. So in order to do that, you have to naturally go through an incredibly secure process just to execute a payment. Now again, that has caused, up until PayTo, a decent disconnect of really embedding it in an e-commerce flow, for example, or various other industry use cases. But now that PayTo is there, the acceptance of the mandate is again done from within the online banking app. So again, you have to go through the biometrics, maybe just one time to enable a recurring payment. At that point in time, you're looking at very sophisticated social engineering fraud, which can and will happen. But it won't be as simple as just capturing a 16-digit PAN number and putting it out on the dark web and letting anybody have a crack at it. So in terms of the fraud that will exist then, there will be some. I'm not saying there won't be, but you also have the protections of the merchant you've dealt with, the providers such as us that will be servicing those merchants, and it just becomes a much more closed loop system in terms of people, or much more controlled system of people having access or initiation capability of these transactions.